From prison to your plate at the dinner table, News 15 examines the use of prison labor right here in Louisiana.
Turns out a large variety of some of our favorite foods could be linked to prisoners. News 15's Jeff Horchak joining us live in studio with the results of a 2-year probe that reveals where the food we're eating really comes from. Jeff.
Well, Marcel, a hidden path to America's dinner tables begins here at an unlikely source, a former southern slave plantation that is now America's largest maximum security prison. We're talking, of course, about Louisiana State Penitentiary in Angola, where men are sentenced to hard labor and often paid nothing. Now, their prison-raised cattle feeds into the supply chains of giants like McDonald's and Walmart. While you probably know which stores your groceries come from, you may be unaware that some of those items could actually be linked back to prison labor.
I feel like I had become a slave.
That's according to the results of a 2-year investigation by the Associated Press, which traced hundreds of millions of dollars worth of various crops and meats back to the hands of incarcerated Americans. Across Louisiana and the nation, prisoners are working in fields, cattle farms, and more. And they're harvesting materials and raising cows that the AP report found were later used to make things like Frosted Flakes, ballpark hot dogs, gold medal flour, Coca-Cola, and hamburgers, just to name a few. The AP says many of these products are sold to the likes of Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, McDonald's, and more. Most prisoners are paid pennies if given anything, and it's all legal.
The 13th Amendment prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude, except that there is a provision that allows for incarcerated people to be forced to work.
Some supporters say prison labor saves taxpayers money while giving inmates a chance to improve their lives behind bars. The AP says many companies listed in the report did not respond to questions. Whole Foods Market says it does not allow the use of prison labor in products sold at its stores. McDonald's said it would investigate the claims. While not all critics say prison jobs like these shouldn't exist, some are calling for inmates to be treated fairly and more humanely, and say work should only be voluntary. Now, current and former prisoners right here in Louisiana have actually filed class action lawsuits over the past few months, saying they've been forced to provide cheap or even free labor to the state and food companies. It's a practice they've described in court papers as slavery. Reporting in studio for News 15 Investigates, I'm Jeff Horchak.